Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Steve here on a Wednesday, July the 6th. And just a little after 6 right now. The sun is coming up. It's going to be one of those scorchers everybody else has been writing about. So 93 is our high for today. I think 97 tomorrow. And then the storms come in and we still have heat. So, I have got a predicament I don't know if anybody knows the answer to or knows a solution to. So here's the deal. Through my Spreaker account, I had set up a feed to iTunes. And I thought that the feed to iTunes would be permanent. Maybe that's probably just naivety. But now that Spreaker has scaled back their only 5 hours of content, I cleaned house. And when I cleaned house by deleting old podcasts, everything I deleted from Spreaker, deleted from iTunes. So my iTunes library only has the episodes I put up on Monday. Or was that Tuesday? Monday. Whatever day. So, the question is there any other way to put up podcasts on iTunes whereby they stay on iTunes? Or is it that iTunes depends on the server the podcasts are being fed from? I'm guessing that's the case. So if they're gone from the server, morning, then the iTunes can't reach back. I guess iTunes syncs with the server. It just isn't housed with Apple. Ooh, skunk in the road. A very splat skunk. Oh, by the way, the dead deer, got picked up yesterday in front of our house. So that's good. And of course, since money is an issue, free was always appreciated. And so I don't know if there are other ways to keep your podcasts on iTunes. So if you know, drop me a line, please. By the way, I thought I had told Margie. Finally let her know that I was podcasting, but I guess Carlos said something about my podcast, and so she looks at me last night and says, "Your podcast?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, the online friends I told you about, Carlos and Norman and Jim and Kevin and such. I said we podcast on our runs and encourage each other. And she says, you do? How is it I'm just learning about? So she's feeling like there's a part of me that she has been left out of the loop. So this piggybacks on top of, so she does not have a smartphone. So I go onto Snapchat the other day, and Anna usually posts things to her storyboard, and I see that her friend, she posts, Ellie stopped by with food from Wendy's. And so I said something to her, and she said, well, I don't like this. People are having lives behind my back. I said, well, you know, we have today the ability to find out more than we once did, but those things still happen. You know, like a friend stops by when you're working and they say, hey, I got an extra Frosty, or a bag of fries or something. So that's what was going on there. But I think that juxtaposed her saying, you run and talk? It's kind of an odd thing to her. Well, it's not that I didn't expect it to, but I thought I had told her this a few weeks ago. But we are getting that age. We forget. I had a pretty good laugh with my father-in-law. The other day we were talking about a guy who is in the chimney sweep business. A guy that we use. Last name is Wegner. Weigner. And he was describing him. Now, we've used this guy for a number of years. And he said, yeah, he's in his mid-50s. And I said, no, he's not. He's our age. And right then, as soon as that came out of my mouth, my father-in-law started busting up. And I started busting up. Because 53 is kind of mid-50s. That was a funny moment. So I'll go down. Not sure where I'm going this morning. I don't know, I'm going faster than I think I should. JP's Diner opens at 7. Has a really good chorizo omelet with salsa verde. Good stuff. I'm going to do a little funny jog here for the sake of the GPS. Taking a little between two buildings on Broad Street. Alright, out here on Broad Street in the middle, there's a little parking lot that is going to be renovated into some sort of pub. Some building is going to be built here. I think they're going to change the traffic pattern so that the one-way portions of this road are two-way. So I'm at the flagpole. Let me see if I can pause. Okay, I know that when I take pictures, oh, I just crossed the road unintentionally. I'll do a reverse part of the loop. I'll do a loop-de-loop. So on to 4th Street. We did not make it to the fireworks the other night. It rained here, and they tried to get the fireworks in by starting early, and then they just kind of blew through them. One of those situations where whoever's calling the shots, it's a no-win situation. You know, you call off the fireworks altogether, everybody complains, you blow through them, everybody complains. As always, next year, Carlos has so graciously offered to produce a movie of my run, and saying he uses iMovie. Well, yesterday, since I don't have a Mac, I tried the iMovie app on the phone and figured it out. So I'd like a little music, and my music library is not on my computer. It's on an external hard drive because my laptop only has 128 gig solid state drive. So when I sync it without the external hard drive on, I lose my music, I think. Okay, we are not going to go up to the through the 4th Street Park. We're just going to head down Mill and cut through the park and head back home. Morning to you. So at the library now. Starlings are complaining. All right, into the park. Today there is about 80 kids, high school, middle school students from church and their friends going to a place called Dutch Springs. I think it's an old quarry. They converted to a water park. And converted to a water park. I think there are places to jump off, slide in. Oh, here's AM Fit. in the park. Now we got there. The grass is pretty dewy, so they're on, what do you call those? Balance balls or workout balls. Doing kind of a bicycling in the air motion. I think the lady I ran past early today, though she was going the wrong direction and going at a pretty good clip, was one of the ladies who comes here. This is not their open to all day. Over the creek. A little bit of water. Let's take another break here and capture this. Yeah, but anytime I take a picture, I've got to take a time out. Okay, made a little stop to capture some pictures at the creek that runs on the edge of Memorial Park. Broad Street is fairly quiet. Morning. That truck notwithstanding. Oh, let's see, oops. Am I running or am I walking? I'm walking. I got my running and my walking mixed up, I think. We just had a nice walk break. I was distracted. You know, you go through a place where you're paying attention to other things, and then this it gets out of whack. We're back in whack now. So I'm gonna finish early today. Don't intend to make this long. Just because I went out for a walk, 3-mile walk yesterday, and could have used the rest, I think. Do more work on mobility, flexibility. I always feel good when I'm on the road. Just stiffen up so much. And I've had ankles that are more sore lately. Another beautiful start to the day. Even on the fourth one we had the rain. It's a beautiful start to the day. Somebody who works at the high school. I kind of forget that there are people who work for the school district who work all year round. So there's a lady at church who is secretary to the school superintendent. was looking for her help on something, and then she says, well, I'm available Friday afternoons. Yeah, she works a regular job. Heart rate's 128 while I'm at the end of my jog. Not too bad. I forgot what I was doing the other day. Maybe it was maybe Saturday. I don't know. One time looking down at my heart rate, it said 140 something. I thought, that's pushing it, Hailstone. So these walk breaks are great to take a few deep breaths and relax. So speaking of a couple of deep breaths and relaxing, the second cardiologist I spoke to said, everything looks good. But there's one factor that just is a big question mark, and that is the role of stress. So, are you able to manage stress? I'd say most times, but I can't manage stress when I'm asleep or should be sleeping. And last night was one such night. Woke up at, dark 30, 12:30, 11:30, 2:30, who knows. And just thinking about things not done at work. I hate waking up thinking about things at work that aren't done. That does stress me. So I am going to admit right here, being in charge of projects is something I want to get out of the business of doing. I just am not good at seeing the big picture and how to put it all together. I'm not an organizer. I desperately need to be in very many facets of life. Like my attic is a mess. My office is, it's a mess. I had the intent of going in yesterday and doing some organizing just to get rid of clutter and know where things go. So maybe I'll make a second attempt today, since I'll largely be by myself with 3 of the other staff at this water park thing. Oh no, yesterday was payday and I forgot to submit payroll. Ooh, we're not in a good situation, Hailstone. Oh shoot, that should have been what I was worrying about this morning. Oh boy. I want to see what they can do to help me. Probably is an email in my inbox saying, you didn't submit, and it's because Monday was a holiday. We usually submit on Tuesdays. Oh boy. So look at that and get back home and cool off a little. So Carlos, I posted an article the other day, and you hinted that your eating style was similar to that of the article that I put up. Is addressing sugar to needing to cut out the sugar and bring back the fat. And I know you do eat potatoes though, which should be something I seek to avoid, since carbohydrates and I don't seem to mesh so well. So I'm curious. I think you do eat potatoes. Probably don't eat much sugar at all. Your beers are a source of carbohydrates, but I don't see that you probably are sucking down 6 beers a day. Curious about chicken, because I know you often make runs to the store for chicken. Do you buy white meat or dark meat? Because they say white meat is just too lean without the skin on. So do you cook your chicken and eat your chicken with or without skin? And do you eat primarily white meat like chicken breast or dark meat? So growing up, I used to almost exclusively eat dark meat. It's always the drumsticks and the thighs that had my, that's what I wanted. And I always thought chicken breasts were too dry. My mom always broiled them with no skin. So I always thought they were a bit unpalatable. But I have taken to eating chicken breast. I like chicken breast well enough in things, or a good stuffed chicken breast, or chicken cordon bleu. But I've gotten away from drumsticks and thighs. And gosh, when you go to the store, of course they have bones. They're the cheap meat. And probably because of the one size fits all. The government says you eat low fat, which now is being called into question, but you know, it takes. Hello, baby bunny. Crossing over into the Q-Mart lot. So I have not been pulling back on my pace today. We'll see how that affects me later. I feel really good. I mean, I'm not racing. I'm just not trying to put one foot barely in front of the other, like sometimes. All right, I think that is the last of my running segments for today. And so, since I've given you all too much to listen to all at once, and I do apologize, but good grief, what am I supposed to do? I didn't think it would be an issue with iTunes supposedly storehousing all of my episodes, but such is not the case. Again, I would love some ideas. If there are any unpaid, versions of whatever you're doing. Carlos, I don't know. Obviously you pay for Spreaker because you are a pro. I don't know how you get your episodes up on Stitcher. It might be through, I don't know. So, any steps? I know that Jim or Kevin at one time shared with each other, and maybe Norm, how to put episodes up on iTunes. So through Spreaker it was very, very easy. But I know that others use WordPress or Blogspot, or blog, or Blogger, or something. So please do share. All right, well, we'll call it a day for a Wednesday. All right, need to remember to work on that payroll when I get back. Hopefully it's not too late. Otherwise I have a lot of splaining to do. All right, so this is Steve, and I hope you all have a great rest of this shortened week. Take care. Bye-bye.